Hey guys, and welcome back to another Dusk of Dawn gaming video. And today I wanted to talk about Ghost of Tsushima. I wanted to give out what I think is the top 5 best gaming aspects of the game as of yet. But before we go into that, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Let's do this thing. Okay, so we're going to start off with the top 5 right now, and number 5 is going to be the in-game options. The options that the game itself gives you, it's very complete. I have to say, I think it's one of the most complete games I've played in some time. It's not as complete as Red Dead Redemption, but it definitely gives you a lot of choices to make. For example, in the dialogue, as you can see, it gives you a couple of choices, and depending on which choice you make, it also depends on where the story goes. Ultimately, I think the story still goes down the same path, but the dialogue between two characters, you can definitely tell that it makes the game, it makes the scenery, you can make it feel the moment. And if you haven't played this game, you can definitely tell the relationship that the characters have between them just by the type of dialogue that they have between themselves. So I think that makes it definitely for something so interesting. Another thing that the game definitely allows you to do is explore. It allows you to explore a lot of things. It allows you to go into any house. It allows you to go into a lot of places, meet a lot of new characters. It's a very interactive game, and I definitely have to say that they definitely did a very good job with that game, at least in that particular sense. So definitely that's one of the things that I really like about this game. And another one that I think is really interesting, another option is the camera, for example. It lets you take a panoramic view, and that's going to be one of the topics of this game as well. The view it has is so amazing, and it's really awesome that it allows you to take pictures. It allows you to do so many things. And also one of the other in-game options that it gives you is allowing you to actually dress your character the way that you feel like it's adequate. And depending on each and every single type of outfit that you choose, it has a certain impact on the character. It's not the same. It's not the same as if you put the armor on and you ride with your armor, and if you go into battle with just normal clothing. It definitely has its advantages and its disadvantages. For example, as you guys can see right now, my character just got a Ronin outfit, and basically what that does is it allows you to be with. It definitely gives you a lot of advantage in stealth. So what it allows you is for a lot of enemies not to see you as quick as they should. So it allows you to sneak around, and definitely if you like to play with the type of, let's say, ghost type of playing, that's definitely an option that you should look into. It's definitely an outfit for that. But the disadvantage, it doesn't give you as much protection, so a blow is a lot more fatal than if you were wearing your normal armor. And like I said, they put so much effort into detail. One of the most interesting things about the video game is that you can also have some options to travel. Obviously, you're traveling 13th century Japan on the countryside in Tsushima, the island. And one of the most interesting things is obviously while you're riding with your horse, you can also get attacked by wild animals. I got attacked by pigs. I've also gotten attacked by bears. So that definitely gives you a nice feel that you're actually traveling the countryside and that you will run into danger, not just the Mongols. Besides the fact that it gives you the option, as you guys just saw, to end the suffering of the fallen enemies. Obviously, a lot of times in a lot of video games, you either kill the enemy or you don't, or you have to kill them in order to advance. Here you can just advance or be honorable and just end their suffering, or just leave them to die in their eternal agony. So I think that definitely adds to the video game, and I think it says a lot about the minor details that they put their effort into. Coming into the number 4th spot, I definitely have to say it would be the scenery. I think the images this game gives you is beautiful, and especially in 4K. If you have a 4K TV, have a big TV, oh, you're gonna enjoy this so much. It's such a beautiful game. It makes sure to give you exactly what is going on in the game. If it's raining, if there's a thunderstorm about to come, you will definitely ride, like you will feel that there's a thunderstorm coming your way. If it's sunny, you will definitely feel it as well. And like I said, one of the things with the armor before, when you ride with the armor, you definitely feel that you don't ride as fast as you should, especially when you ride with the Ronin. There's a traveler's outfit that helps you, and it gives you certain benefits. There's other ones that give you other type of advantages, so that's definitely one of the things that I really like. And it kind of ties into what I had said earlier with the pictures that you're allowed to take. And they definitely knew, Sucker Punch knew what they were doing with this production. It was just beautiful. It's amazing. And so I definitely think that definitely deserves a shout out, what they did with this. And it's, like I said, it's so interactive. You get to go into a lot of the houses, which is something that doesn't happen with a lot of games. And this is going to tie into number 3 as well. So number 3 right now, I definitely have to give it to is the missions and the maps that it allows you to. The map is so big. That's what she said, but no, the map is huge. And not only that, but inside every single map, everywhere you go, there's a different type of side missions. There are side missions, there's Tales of Tsushima, and there's Jin's Journey, which is the main missions. But every single mission that you do, in the end, is going to help you with the main objective. It's not like it has something like, it's not at all relative to what you're doing in the main story. And it's completely different. That's something that I saw that's very new here, because usually side missions in other games, the side missions are just made so that you can distract yourself while the main story progresses. And in this case, it's completely different. In this case, the side missions and ultimately will impact your overall mission, which is to take over the Mongols, which is the narrative, which we'll get to that later. So that's definitely something very important in the game. I think it's very good because you pick up allies during the way, because you can't conquer the Mongols by yourself no matter how hard you try. Or maybe there's somebody that's a much better player, maybe I'm just a loser, I don't know. But that's something that I definitely like about this game, that the side stories all add to the objective of the main story. Not only with the allies that you pick up, but also as well with the armors, with the weapons, and all other skills that allow you to advance. And the more that you do in the game, the more that it allows you to increase your legend, which is how you get better here. So you start here by being like the broken samurai. The idea is by the end you are the Ghost of Tsushima, which is why everybody's calling you around the island, because you're going around saving everybody from the Mongols. So that's definitely something very nice that I really like. You get to talk to a lot of people, everybody that when they see you, they bow to you. So they really took matters into detail, which is really nice, because a lot of games don't exactly do that. Like, they give you a nice big scene and they give you a lot of options, but they don't give you so much into the little details. And I think that's very nice. You have a lot of ways to escape from the homes, you have a lot of ways to come into the homes, and definitely I think that adds so much to the feel to the game. It definitely gives you a feel of legitimacy in the whole game, to make sure that they put matters into little details, make sure that everything was right, make sure that the characters have a really nice relationship between all of them. Not in the sense that everybody likes each other, but in the sense that everybody has something and a pivotal role to play in the whole game, in the whole storyline, whether it's a side mission, whether it's a small journey as they call it, or whether it's part of the main mission. Everything adds to the final and to the whole and overall narrative of the whole game. So I think that's awesome. And coming in at number 2, I will say it is the overall narrative of the whole game. I think the whole game is based, not only is it based on a true story about 13th century Japan in the Mongol invasion, which we talked about before, but it definitely gives you a vibe that you're actually there. You're playing as a samurai who's broken down. They beat up all his family. He's the only samurai left of the whole village, and he's trying to take back the island of Tsushima from the Mongols. Not only this, but the allies and the people that you encounter during the whole way, they add or they take away from the story one way or the other. And stories of betrayal, obviously. I'm not going to go into spoilers or any of that in case you guys want to play it. I definitely recommend this game. But the overall narrative, in fact, that is based on a true story. And now we're going to the final sequence of the whole game, and we're going to talk about the thing that I think I've enjoyed the most about this game, and it's going to be the fighting sequence. I think that's the number one, the best thing overall about this whole game. I mean, when you mix all these things together in the top 5, you can see that they all correlate one to another. But definitely the way of fighting here, you have to have different stance for each type of opponent that you fight. You can't go fighting somebody that has a sword the same way as somebody that has a spear, to somebody that has a bow. So you have different types of stance, you have different types of weapons. And that's another thing that I really love, the variety of weapons, the variety of attacks that you can do with the weapons, the variety of the way that you can choose to handle the battle, because sometimes you can start off with a standoff, and in a single standoff, when you get really good with Jin, you can definitely make sure that you can kill various people in the standoff. Usually you just start by killing the strongest fighter, but then you can end up killing 2 or 3 or 4, and I think the top is 3 right now. And then you can just go on to kill the rest of the groups of the Mongols that you encounter along your way. So I think that's definitely the best thing about this, the fighting sequence, the way that you can also choose to stealth. You can choose to go on rooftops and try not to be seen, although in some missions it's impossible, because that's the whole point of Ghost of Tsushima. You're not supposed to be noticed, you're not supposed to be detected, but in some missions it's impossible, and sometimes you have to go right in front, you have to go, you know, face to face and fight. So I think that's awesome. I think this all ties in. I think it's a great game. If I have to give it an overall review, that will be for a whole nother video, but is it worth a buy? My saying is yes, definitely. I think it's definitely one of the best games to come out this year. And I definitely have to say that for the quality of the game, I feel that, although obviously it has been promoted and obviously it's gotten, you know, a good word, I feel that it hasn't been promoted as much. It doesn't have as much hype as, you know, a Cyberpunk or maybe Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but still, I think this game is definitely worth the play. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think about the game. Let me know what you guys think about, if you think it's worth the game. What's your experience playing? Did you guys like it? Did you guys not? Why? Let me know in the comment section. Remember to leave a like, share, and subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you next time.